In the wildlife preservation centers of the Russian Far East, the Amur tiger, the largest cat on Earth, hangs on by a thread. Every birth is a miracle, and every loss is a tragedy. But in one remote facility, nature took an unexpected, heartbreaking turn that forced an intervention so unusual it defied all biological rules. This is not just a story of survival. It's a testament to the fact that sometimes the greatest bond isn't forged by blood, but by love. This is the incredible, almost unbelievable tale of mother dog raised 3 newborn baby tigers, but when they grew up, the unthinkable happened. Prepare yourself for an emotional roller coaster and an interspecies connection that will shake you to your core. Meet Bailey, a golden retriever with a heart as vast and warm as the Savannah sun. Bailey wasn't a fierce predator. She was a beacon of gentle love, known throughout the center for her unwavering kindness and patience. Just weeks prior, she had given birth to a litter of 4 golden puppies, her maternal instincts heightened and ready for the joyful chaos of motherhood. Then tragedy struck the tiger enclosure. A magnificent Amur tigress, part of a crucial breeding program, had gone into labor, an event filled with hope. But the joy was short-lived. A sudden, massive thunderstorm, unusual for the region, terrified the mother. She gave birth to 3 tiny, helpless cubs, but in her panicked state, she rejected them. She wouldn't groom them, she wouldn't nurse them. David, the head biologist, knew they wouldn't survive the night. He had a radical, desperate idea, born of hopelessness and a deep understanding of the animal heart. He decided to introduce the tiger cubs to Bailey. The initial moments were filled with silent dread. David placed the 3 tiny striped bundles, barely bigger than Bailey's smallest puppy, near her side. Bailey, a creature of intuition, sniffed the strange, small bundles. Her puppies, sensing something new, whimpered and nudged closer. David held his breath. Would she see them as potential prey? Would her canine instincts override her inherent kindness? But Bailey, sensing their profound vulnerability, nudged the tiny cubs with her nose, then began to lick them, gently, tentatively. It was a silent, powerful acceptance, a moment that transcended the natural order. From that day forward, the 3 tiger cubs, whom the team named Victor, Sasha, and Anya, were Bailey's. They nestled amongst the golden fluff of her puppies, their dark stripes a striking contrast to the sunlit coats. Bailey nursed them alongside her own offspring, cleaning them, protecting them, teaching them the gentle nuances of her world. The puppies, initially curious, quickly accepted their unusual siblings. They played, they napped, they tumbled together, a kaleidoscope of canine and feline innocence. The sight was breathtaking. A golden retriever mother, her 5 golden retriever puppies, and 3 Amur tigers all suckling from the same teat, sleeping in a tangle of limbs. Victor, the largest cub, would yelp instead of roar. Sasha would attempt a puppy-like playbow, and Anya would chase her canine siblings in mock hunts that were more playful pounces than predatory strikes. They were taught the boundaries of gentle play by their canine brothers and sisters, their nips and barks molding them into surprisingly well-adjusted tiger cubs. David meticulously documented their journey. He observed how Bailey would guide the cubs, nudging them away from potential dangers, just as she would her own. When they cried, Bailey was there, her warm body a shield against the vastness of the world. The puppies, too, became the cubs' guardians. If a stranger approached too quickly, the small pack would bark protectively, the cubs amongst them, albeit with smaller, more guttural growls that hinted at their true lineage. As weeks turned into months, the cubs grew at an astonishing rate. Their paws, once tiny, became powerful, their baby fur giving way to the sleek, majestic coat of the developing tiger. They began to look less like puppies and more like the majestic predators they were destined to be. The playful pounces became stronger, the nips a little harder, the growls more resonant. The difference in size between them and their golden retriever siblings became increasingly pronounced, yet their bond remained unbreakable. But with their growth came inevitable challenges. A tiger, even one raised by a dog, cannot deny its true nature forever. The The center's management team, along with David, knew that Victor, Sasha, and Anya would eventually need to be introduced to their own kind and prepared for eventual release. The thought was heart-wrenching. How could they separate them from the only family they had ever known? How would Bailey react? The day for separation arrived, heavy with unspoken sadness. Bailey, sensing the change, became agitated, pacing and whining. The cubs, now young tigers, stood taller than their adopted mother, but still sought their comfort, rubbing their heads against her golden flank. David had prepared a large, secure transitional enclosure within the tiger territory, designed to be a safe space for them to adapt. As they gently guided the tigers away, Bailey let out a mournful howl that tore at David's soul. Victor, too, seemed to understand, looking back at his golden mother with eyes that held a deep, primal sadness. It was a moment of profound loss, a necessary sacrifice for their future. For days, Bailey grieved. She refused to eat, her barks hollow, and her tail drooped. Her adult puppies huddled close, offering silent comfort. David, too, felt the immense weight of the decision, but he knew it was right. The tigers' integration was slow and cautious. They were initially wary, unused to the powerful roars and the rough and tumble of tiger interactions. They seemed almost to prefer the company of the center's human caretakers, seeking out gentle strokes rather than aggressive play. The other tigers, too, were hesitant around these unusually gentle, dog-like cats. However, nature has its own way. Over time, they began to learn the subtle cues of tiger communication. They watched, they mimicked, they adapted. Their innate tiger instincts, long dormant under Bailey's gentle care, began to surface. They learned to hunt, to stalk, to assert their place within the tiger community. Months later, David brought Bailey to an observation point overlooking the tiger's enclosure. Victor, now a magnificent young male, strong and confident, was playing with Sasha and Anya. Bailey watched, her tail giving a tentative wag. She didn't try to run to them, didn't howl. She simply watched, a soft light in her gentle eyes. It was as if she understood. Her children had found their true home, but the love she had given them would remain. This isn't just a story about a dog adopting tigers. It's about compassion in its purest form, about breaking down the barriers we construct between species, about a mother's love that transcends instinct and circumstance. Victor, Sasha, and Anya, the Amur tigers, live a full, wild life thanks to a golden retriever named Bailey, who taught them what it means to be loved. And in their powerful roars you can almost hear a faint echo of a dog's gentle bark, a testament to the incredible bond that shaped them. Justice was served not just for the tigers, but for the very idea that love knows no bounds. If Bailey's extraordinary story of interspecies love touched your heart, please hit the like button and subscribe for more incredible tales of animal heroism and connection.